Health and Wealth Radio Network. 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network. Listen for A Touch of Gray, the talk show for adults, with Carol Marks and Michael Harrison, Saturdays at 1.
Everyone knows about kids who are bullied, but what about the bullies?
We grow up, only now it's hazing and cyberbullying. We're more likely to use drugs and alcohol and don't do as well in school. And after we graduate,
we get jobs, but we're going to have more traffic violations and criminal convictions. And since we're more likely to be abusive to our spouses, maybe we're teaching our kids to be just like us.
Early intervention helps us all, even the bullies.
This station is part of the Beasley Best Community of Caring. For more information on how to stop bullying, visit our website.
The stock market's at an all-time high. Lots of people are making money, but are you the one who reads the Wall Street Journal or investment letters and still loses money? Did anyone ever show you what successful traders look at every day? It's not a newspaper. See for yourself at Online Trading Academy. Online Trading Academy teaches the right way to buy stocks, options, futures, and Forex. Online Trading Academy's instructors are certified professional traders who are profitable. They show you what they look at every day. How to pick the right stocks, how money is made in up, down, and sideways markets, how to time the market, and how to limit the risk. Over 200,000 students have learned to invest. Why not you? Call Online Trading Academy now to attend a free half-day class to see how it works. At the free class, you'll also get the Wall Street Insiders Kit, packed with trading ideas, free. Call Online Trading Academy now. 561-674-9800. 561-674-9800. 561-674-9800.
Talk here. Talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to the Ask the Expert Show with local celebrity host Steve-O. Sit back each week while Steve-O educates you with live in-studio experts, such as lawyers, doctors, home improvement, and financial experts in their field. Call in and have your questions answered each week at 888-565-1470. Now, here is Steve-O with today's expert in their field.
Hey, good afternoon. We've got another Ask the Expert show. We're here every Thursday from 5 to 6. You can listen to us on 95.3 or 1470 AM. This first show, we're going to do a show from 5 to 5:30 today, and then we're going to have another guest on from 5:30 to 6. This next show is on plastic surgery. And I've always been amazed how a doctor can change the look of somebody for the better always. And it's just, of all areas of medicine, surgery, I think plastic surgery is my favorite show to do. And we have today with us the Gentera people, the clinic. We've got, who was on with us for the last 2 months, Dr. Rodriguez, who is a cosmetic surgeon. We're going to talk a little cosmetic surgery today, and we're also waiting for the CEO of the company to come in just to tell you a little bit more about Gentera. So, hey, good afternoon, Dr. Rodriguez.
Good afternoon to you.
Well, we're starting to become friends here, though we've never met.
That's right. But thanks for having me on the show. I look forward to these Thursday afternoons.
I love having you on the show. You know, there's some people that they just kind of put you to sleep. I could just listen to you because, to me, though you're a doctor, you would make probably the greatest professor when it comes to medicine because you make everything so easy to understand.
I appreciate your comments. It's something I think talking to patients and communications with patients is very important. So I thank you. Yeah,
because listen, a friend of mine out in California probably went to 20 plastic surgeons because, listen, when you're going to have a change in your body, it's something you want to make sure there's nothing later on that comes up, and that's got to be, when you sit down with a potential patient, that has got to be something very important, that you make them feel comfortable about what they're getting ready to do, because people don't like getting cut on.
Definitely not. The surgery, unfortunately, is, it's a necessary part of the process, but it's a means to the end. And, patients or clients, once they select for the right procedure and adjust areas that most concern them, it's definitely one of the most gratifying parts of the job or the career move is how well patients respond and feel, when you've addressed their concerns.
I'll bet you, because I would think a lot of your patients are female, though I know you do surgery on male, but I would think most of them are female, and they bring their husbands in with them. So you got not just one, you've got two people to make, understand, or convince.
Yeah, that's correct. Some, it's very funny about women. It depends on what stage of their life they're in, but sometimes husbands or mothers or children don't understand, that at some point in their life, it's time for the women to focus on themselves. And so some of them come in screaming and kicking, oh, she doesn't need this, and, I don't need her to have this. And, that's where part of the education comes in. They have to realize that the husbands have to realize that they're not necessarily part of the equation. Wives, are doing it for themselves, and they want to build their confidence. And when you wake up and you look in the mirror, they want to be happy with what's looking back at them. And so that's part of the education process, is helping them understand, how could she possibly want to do something for herself? And that's exactly what I'm trying to educate them on.
Well, I tell you, we started on our Twitter account telling who's going to be on our show this week, and I had 6 different people that sent me a tweet, I guess would it be called, asking me if you can do 2 surgeries at one time, and most of them gave, that they wanted this mommy makeover. So I want to ask you again, I know we've talked about this, can you do 2 surgeries at one time?
Absolutely. In fact, mommy makeover is it's a common combination of procedures. And in fact, most people do more than one procedure. Very rarely does somebody come in with just one thing they want to fix. The vast majority of patients have at least a few things that they want to fix. And then, of course, we sit down and we talk about what can be done and can't be done and what's safe and what makes sense. And then, we arrive to a decision together about what the final procedure list is going to be.
Well, believe it or not, another question that we receive several on is, do you have to quit smoking in order to have breast augmentation?
The answer is no. You don't have to necessarily quit smoking for multiple procedures. There's a few procedures that I do draw a line in the sand and say, absolutely, this should not be done. One of the oaths we take as a physician is we do no harm, and unfortunately smoking limits wound healing. But the good news is that breast augmentation is not one of those procedures.
Okay.
So I'm happy to do breast augmentation and liposuction and even facelift on patients who are smokers. I do, however, have significant concerns and generally don't do tummy tucks or breast lifts on patients who smoke.
Okay. Now, as a cosmetic surgeon, do you also incorporate regenerative medicine into your cosmetic surgery?
Oh, absolutely.
Explain that. Go into more detail.
Yeah. The body has multiple mechanisms to help it repair itself. And so what we're doing in Gentera is we're just using what the body already has, just allowing it to work more efficiently to repair those things that it was already designed to repair. And so a lot of times with facial rejuvenation, I'm using, for instance, what's called PRP, or platelet-rich plasma. And that is, it's blood products isolated from the patient's own blood. And then we can use them in conjunction with our procedures, and it can help facilitate things like wound healing or improve your overall result. And that's just really one example of what we can do with the body's own sort of materials. There's obviously stem cells, which is a very up-and-coming topic.
Which your clinic,
with baby boomers.
Your clinic gets into stem cell.
Yes, we do. We do stem cell harvest from the bone marrow, and then we've injected them in, for instance, the knees of different athletes. We've injected it through an IV, and it helps things from energy and vitality to erectile. So there's different benefits that we're really only just beginning to learn. The vast amount of benefits that you can get from reusing or reapplying your body's own systems to help repair and even enhance your body.
Now, I heard something that you can do a lot of things now with fat transfer when it comes to cosmetic surgery.
Oh, yes. In fact, fat transfer, it's especially here in South Florida, it's one of the most rapid growing in terms of frequency procedures performed in the United States. The big procedure that's really gained a lot of attention is fat transfer to the gluteus or Brazilian butt lift. Jennifer Lopez really started making the butt famous again, or rather a desired look, and so that's definitely come into popularity. Another place which is very common for fat transfer is in the face. As we get older, the face gets a little bit thinner and more emaciated, and so we take fat from, say, the belly fat, and we re-inject into their cheeks or under their eyes, and it makes you look more rested, more youthful. Helps folds and creases the face, a lot like adding the air to the balloon. The balloon with air looks a lot tighter, as opposed to when you take the air out, it looks a little bit looser and more shriveled. So, that's sort of the concept with rejuvenation, that not everything is falling. Some of it is three-dimensional volume loss.
Now, Dr. Rodriguez, do you specialize in any certain areas like the face or the body?
I think the procedures I do the most, for sure, I do 99% of my practice is cosmetic surgery. So I don't do any reconstructive surgery, I don't do hand surgery, and I don't, for the most part, really do any congenital defects. Of the procedures that I do perform, I would say that there's about 4 or 5 procedures that I perform in pretty commonly, and it's the procedures that are common or performed commonly. And I would say I do a very heavy volume of facelifts. That is sort of my background and specialization. But I also do a significant number of mommy makeovers, which includes tummy tucks, liposuctions, and breast lifts with implants. And you can see, once you do mommy makeovers, you end up doing a bunch of procedures at once. But in fact, the mommy is one of my largest patient populations, my mommies and my grandmommies, in terms of facial rejuvenation.
I asked you this last time because we got this question, but I actually got from a different person a question very similar. What is the youngest a person can have breast augmentation?
So breast implant as a device is only FDA approved for 18 and over for saline implants, and it's gel implants or silicone, also known as silicone implants, is FDA approved for 21 years and over. So I really wouldn't, unless there was a significant congenital defect, and it affected self-confidence, I probably wouldn't advocate anything younger than that. Now, that being said, we do breast reductions or breast lifts on women younger than 18, and these are, for the most part, for young women who have very large breasts that cause way too much attention or have a significant asymmetry, and that is, one breast 2 cup sizes larger than the other. Then for me, I think it's appropriate to do those patients at a younger age. But for implantation, I think that's not a young girl's decision. That's a young woman's decision, I think.
I agree with you.
I think 18 and 21 years old,
Well, the actual letter,
that's
Dr. Rodriguez, was actually pretty sad. It's a lady, it's her daughter. She's in high school. She never told me the age. And it was, the mother thought maybe this would help her with self-confidence because she tends to compare herself to other girls in school. It was kind of really a sad little note that I got. So I wanted to make sure I asked that. But it was more, for confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would take a lengthy, long discussion both parents would have to be involved in this decision. I wouldn't do it just based on one parent if not the other parents on board. And it would really have to be a really rare special occasion. But as long as there's a bigger cause out there, I think it's a consideration. I don't generally give black or white, answers. Medicine has a lot of gray areas. And I'm not absolute, but I think it would have to be an exceedingly rare indication for me to offer a breast augmentation on any young lady who is less than 18 years old.
Okay. It looks like we have a phone call. I know Brian Plaw's supposed to come on. No call? Okay, I saw a phone number on here. I know Brian's supposed to be calling in. I guess he's the CEO of Gentera. We're going to go to break right now, and we come back. I'd like to talk about women who want maybe a facelift because it seems like they're really concerned about scarring. So we'll talk about that when we come back. Your phone number, if you'd like to call Gentera, is 305-424-5775, or go to their website at www.gentera-med.com. We'll be back with Dr. Rodriguez.
Are you aiming for a refurbished, timeless look or to boost your appearance? South Florida's Dr. Michael Rodriguez provides the most up-to-date cosmetic procedures designed to bolster your regeneration and anti-aging, all while helping you feel better about you. Gentera Center for Regenerative Medicine and Dr. Rodriguez are focused on helping you restore your youth and beauty with a full menu of advanced cosmetic procedures that are proven to rejuvenate the face and body while reversing the effects of aging so you feel like a refreshed version of yourself. See why so many patients recommend Dr. Rodriguez to their friends and relatives. Call today to set up your consultation at 305-424-5775. Mention the Ask the Experts radio show and receive 15% off any of our services. To find out more about Gentera and Dr. Rodriguez, visit www.gentera-med.com.
Hey, we're back. We're here with Dr. Rodriguez. This is a great clinic. It's called Gentera. Amazing the things that they're doing over there. Now, they're located in the Miami area. But Dr. Rodriguez, from what I've understand, women really they don't just go by who's the closest to them. This is a very personal decision, and they want to have some confidence that they're going to the best.
Oh, absolutely. I think there has to be, for me, entering a surgery with a patient is a lot like marriage, and that intercommunication better be perfect going into it, because afterwards it'll feel like you're married if it's not perfect communication, and it is a relationship, and communication is the most important part of that relationship. And then absolutely, my wife drives 30 minutes to see the woman who does her hair. So imagine when you build a relationship with a surgeon, women do that and above and beyond. I have a number of out-of-town patients who fly in, and it's I'm definitely confident in my skills, but I think it's more the relationship that we have together that brings them coming back.
Totally agree. Now, before we went to break, I was talking about we had some from Twitter come in about facelifts, and it seems like most of them were concerned about scarring and if there was anything they can do to I guess, eliminate some of the scarring or where it wouldn't show. Is that really a problem when you do a facelift?
You know what? Actually, it shouldn't be. And I find there are some patients who are more prone to scarring, and you know, as you do your pre-op visit with them, you really have to, you know, get a good history and a good. But for me, I mean, my promise to patients is that they should be able to sit across a dinner table from somebody and they not know that they had the facelift done. And so if it's a well-executed facelift and an appropriate candidate, no, scarring should not be a problem. Scarring is not and should not be a problem.
Okay. Now, what kind of surgeries, what kind of services do you offer to men?
You know, it's men, especially in South Florida. They're a large part of my facelift market. I don't know if it's just South Florida demographics, but certainly a number of men do want facelifts. I also perform lots of liposuction on men. These are guys that are looking for an edge. You know, sometimes it's not always pleased with the result that you get with diet and exercise, and so liposuction definitely helps. You get that extra result, and you know, I'm referring even to personal trainers and male models and actors. You know, they're professional athletes. I mean, these are guys who are signing up for liposuction because they just want to get that extra, you know, that extra definition that they couldn't otherwise get. So I would say the most common procedures I perform on men are either facial rejuvenation procedures or liposuction.
Now, I'm going to put you on the spot, and Brian just walked in. Why should I come to you?
Oh, I think, you know, I think the decision to come to me, for one, should be after due diligence and thorough research. And that is, you shouldn't get to me without knowing about me. And that is, if you look me up, you're going to see that we have very favorable reviews, very favorable ratings. You know, I'm board certified in cosmetic surgery. I have hospital privileges to perform these procedures. I have no malpractice suits against me. And I think, hopefully, I want an informed patient to come to me, because then they're going to know what they're going to get. And then once they come get me, hopefully, you know, we establish a relationship. I make them feel comfortable, you know, telling me with what their concerns are. And then hopefully I can instill confidence in that I can deliver what they're looking for. And essentially, I think what we offer is a total package in terms of communication, service, and outcomes. All this while maintain, you know, the highest quality and standards for safety, and state-of-the-art technology. I think it's really hard to get a full complement of these services and experience at any one place, and I'm proud about what we're able to relay to the patient experience-wise when they decide to move forward with us.
Well, I don't need surgery, but I'm going to come see you anyway, because I'm just going to have you do surgery on me. You've got such great, what I would call bedside manner. Brian just walked in, and we want to hear about Gentera, because you do so many things that other clinics around South Florida do not do.
That's correct. And thank you again for having us on. I know Dr. Rodriguez has been a regular. You know, we're happy to be on. So thank you for having me here.
He's wonderful.
In person. Yeah,
you owe me, Dr. Rodriguez.
Well, the good thing, it was Gentera, frankly, our mission is multifaceted. So we have three tiers. The first, of course, is continuing to offer the high quality of care to our current patients, right? Those that have already subscribed to the lifestyle that regenerative medicine is the way to go. Second is to, as Dr. Rodriguez mentioned, is to educate. And as a pioneer in the field, part of our job is to educate the future patients in terms of what regenerative medicine is and how to best seek these treatments and these therapies that previously may not have been available to them as an option. And third is to push the envelope in the lab with our research team to continue to contribute in new treatments and therapies that could continue to benefit.
Because you don't just do plastic surgery.
No,
you do a lot of other areas.
So we have many different verticals, and I think a lot of times we'll hear. I mean, and in fact, regenerative medicine is something that's been around for a long time. I mean, in fact, the first bone marrow transplant was done decades ago. It's just only until recently have you really seen the advances in regenerative medicine because of additional research dollars, the education of the general public in terms of, wow, this is really something that could help us. A lot of times we hear the terms rejuvenation and regeneration used, and they're used interchangeably, but really there is a difference. So rejuvenation is to boost the body's ability to heal itself, while regeneration is, in essence, infusing or injecting cells or cell-based products into an injured tissue, bone, or organ that will allow it to restore itself.
So is this healthier and faster way of healing?
Exactly. And the body's an amazing structure. I mean, the body's constantly giving us signals. And we've been conditioned over time to say, only go to the doctor when you're not feeling well. But that's why I say that this is a lifestyle change. The more that we educate, the more we get it out there, and you go see, you incorporate regenerative medicine into your day-to-day, then you're not going to wait. Because sometimes by the time we wait, we've done irreparable harm to our bodies. And this is a way that if you incorporate IV nutrition, hormone replacement, cell-based therapies, certain types of cosmetics, or you can, slow down that aging process. Which is,
so this is true anti-aging.
Yes. So that in essence, anti-aging is senescence, which I think is the only disease that we can't cure. But there's been major strides in making and trying to slow that down. So sometimes there's certain cells that cannot heal themselves. Like when you cut your skin, you'll see it'll clots and it'll heal itself. But some organs or some tissues of some organs cannot heal themselves. So you kind of have to give it that boost. And that's really where cell-based therapies and regenerative medicine allow you to incorporate that. We have an amazing team.
You're state-of-the-art.
State-of-the-art. And something that in South Florida, or even on the East Coast, you don't see it that prevalent. This was a vision of myself and my partner. We've benefited directly from regenerative medicine. I had a knee injury. I had developed osteoarthritis due to that injury. And I felt the benefits. I was able to get back on the basketball court within 4 months. And that meant a lot to me because I was 35 years old. I felt that, hey, there's no reason I shouldn't be out here. So after seeing that and talking to the experts and slowly building the team that we have today, which we have 7 doctors with multiple specialties, from a PhD in stem cell research, which was Dr. Gonzalez that you had on as well, to some of the best orthos in Miami, to Dr. Rodriguez, who's obviously a renowned cosmetic surgeon. We're really proud. And I think ultimately, like Dr. Rodriguez said, is the patient, the experience, and we strive on giving that experience.
Well, I got to tell you, because there are a lot of plastic surgeons. We're here, this is the Mecca, I mean, with the sun and everything, but from every bit of research I've done, no one can come close to what you do. You are so far ahead of everyone else. Now I'm going to get phone calls from
we do this. We kind of do this too. Well,
but pain too.
Yeah.
Because sports injuries down here, there's runners down here, people who buy. Because stem cell is, from everything I've read, is the way of the future.
Well, and the thing is, like I said, the body,
and a lot of people don't understand it.
And
doctors,
and because they've been conditioned under Western medicine. Look, Western medicine is great, and obviously, I'm not telling you not to go by no means, but complementing or incorporating the right mix of that will only optimize your health. I mean, we do events such as, Wodapalooza, which is one of the largest CrossFit events where we help rehydrate athletes. We're trying to get involved with Emerge, and because you're starting to see that push where, just like the tech bubble, you're seeing it on the medical front as well. And we really want to be in the forefront, especially in South Florida, where, you get people coming in from all over the world, and it's really amazing. And there's no substitute for the smile that we see on the patient's face. After Dr. Rodriguez done a great job, or one of our orthos, or we have Dr. Gonzalez speaking to a patient who's has no other alternative potential therapy for their condition. So that for me is obviously extremely satisfying.
I can't tell you how many people down here I speak to. They go, "I've tried everything. I've done everything. My shoulder, lower back, hip. Doctors can't find out. I haven't gotten the relief." I thought, here's a way. Listen, you'll never know if you don't try.
That's exactly right. And sometimes just taking like a pain med, really what arthritis is very simple. It's just pretty much the lack of blood flow to a particular area. And joints are usually weak in blood flow to begin with. So if you can constrict that even further, you're going to exacerbate the arthritic condition. So sometimes just injecting the cells into that joint will allow the new blood flow or vascularity to form, which in essence is already helping.
So if you
get better.
have arthritic knees,
yes,
and you haven't gotten any relief, no matter an orthopedic surgeon, Gentera.
Yeah.
That's the place. Give everybody your phone number.
Our phone number is 305-424-5775. And
You got to go to your website. Your website's amazing.
thank you so much. It's it's www.gentera-med.com. We'd love to have you stop by, call in. We have a great team come in for a complimentary consultation. Like I said, we focus on so many things from IV nutrition to hormone replacement, cosmetic surgery. It's really and it may seem a little bit overwhelming, but just understanding what you need, and that's the beauty. That we're customizing.
Everybody's different.
Exactly. We're not giving you something.
Everybody
off the shelf.
heals different.
Exactly. Go, hey Steve, here you go. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Right.
No, it's what do you have, Steve? Let's take your blood work. Let's see how your blood's looking. Listen, you may have a deficiency in vitamin B. Let's get you on a vitamin B12.
Who does that? Takes their blood work when you come in with a bad knee.
Right, because usually you're thinking, oh, I only have to get blood work when I have some sort of issue.
Right.
And we got to change that.
I love what you're doing.
Thank you
I
so
think it's amazing. And I'm telling you, because we have a lot of older listeners, that pain you've been having, the doctor keeps telling you, we've done everything. Everything hasn't been done. I'll give you the number, 305-424-5775. I could probably talk to you for another hour. Everybody, thanks for listening. We're going to go to break right now, and when we come back, we've got our next show, and it's on public adjusting. Those insurance companies are trying to screw you around. Stay tuned.
Are you aiming for a refurbished, timeless look or to boost your appearance? South Florida's Dr. Michael Rodriguez provides the most up-to-date cosmetic procedures designed to bolster your regeneration and anti-aging, all while helping you feel better about you. Gentera Center for Regenerative Medicine and Dr. Rodriguez are focused on helping you restore your youth and beauty with a full menu of advanced cosmetic procedures that are proven to rejuvenate the face and body while reversing the effects of aging so you feel like a refreshed version of yourself. See why so many patients recommend Dr. Rodriguez to their friends and relatives. Call today to set up your consultation at 305-424-5775. Mention the Ask the Experts radio show and receive 15% off any of our services. To find out more about Gentera and Dr. Rodriguez, visit www.gentera-med.com.